Hi, this is Gail. Welcome to my channel. We do overcoming obstacles on Sunday nights, and I blog and vlog during the week. Tonight we're going to talk about college as a non-traditional student. If you follow my channel, you know that I have gone back to college as a non-traditional student, and I've gotten a lot of questions about that. So since there have been so many people asking, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about that tonight here on Overcoming Obstacles. So go ahead and chime in and ask your questions. I'm opening up a chat window now. At least I hope I am. So we'll see how this goes here in just a second. This is live and I'm still getting the hang of everything. So just hold on and bear with me here. How do I do this? Okay, here we go. I think we have it on here. Okay, it says that I have the chat room open. So you can also go ahead and get me on Twitter by private message. And I posted a note on Facebook. One person in the chat room. Hi. Hi, Nicole. It's good to see you. Going back to college has been so very different than what it was when I last went like 25 years ago, which I know it's been a quarter century. Here's the thing though, I started and my daughter, who is now grown and has a life of her own, both my kids are married off. Yay! She was so sick when she was a small baby. My younger one was. So I couldn't finish college. I couldn't finish. My husband got to go because we just worked it out that way. So he went, he got his education, and my daughters grew up. And as my husband transferred so many times through his job, it was hard for me to be able to go to school. So kids have grown up, married off. My husband said something about going back for more education, and I was like, oh, stop right there. It's my turn. So here I am. I'm back in school. This is not my first semester back. It's just been a little bit crazy. But I wanted to talk about the differences in college now versus college then. There's some real advantages now. So if you're thinking about going back to college, you know, just know that some of the differences are great because they're in our favor. Now, I'm not going to a large university. I'm at a smaller college campus on a, sorry, hi, Nicole. Just checking out here with Nicole. Anyway, I'm on a smaller college campus. It's actually a community college, and I love it. People there have been so super. For the most part, I've had a couple of little things here and there where it's, I think I've talked about in another video about how students have responded differently because I'm a non-traditional student, but you know, that's okay. We'll go with it. I wanted to talk about a couple of things here that have kind of made my life easier as a non-traditional student. One of the things is, back in my younger days, I would carry a large, heavy backpack. Well, since I've had back surgery, that's really not an option. So what I did was I got rid of that really heavy backpack in favor of a messenger bag. I've carried this one now for a couple of years. It's a, what brand is this? Oh, it's a Jansport. And it's been great. This thing is still just as good now as it was when I bought it. So I've really been pleased with the brand. Now, I'm not getting anything to plug them. I get the satisfaction of knowing that if you guys are interested in having to buy a bag, this has been a good one. So I get the satisfaction of passing on a great tip to you guys. But it fits over my shoulder and across my front. I'm going to kind of demonstrate here. So it takes the pressure off of my back. Now, it's still kind of tough, partially because there's like so many things that I need for school, but it's got extra pockets. I can carry extra pens. I really like the messenger bag format better than a backpack because it's kind of in between a purse and a carry-on. So that's been helpful. So, another thing that has been very helpful as a non-traditional student is the change that's taken place in technology. Now, back when I was in school before, we always had to have paper textbooks, and usually hardback, and the things weighed a blooming ton. They still weigh a ton, okay? But you can get the electronic version and carry it around on your Kindle, and this has made life so much easier for me. So what it's done is it's really freed me up to be able to carry more books, but in a much lighter load. So it's also been nice because some of the apps that I've been able to download on my Kindle, now it's a tablet in general. Let me kind of move this around a little bit and see if you can see it better. I'm hoping it's showing up on the screen okay. Let's open this up just a second. Okay. Here we go. Sorry about that. Somebody is... So I'm trying to... hold on, I've got a Facebook message in here. Did that? Okay, I'm not really sure what happened there. Interesting. Sorry about that. I'm still learning all this technology, and I'm sorry. Somebody just sent me a tweet. I don't see it. Okay, it's a private tweet. Hang on a second, reading it. Can I say more about the bag and where I got it? Sure. The bag, I got this one from the school bookstore, but you can find it on Amazon. The price, actually, when I checked it on Amazon, was a lot cheaper than the school bookstore. I just wasn't smart enough to check it out ahead of time. If you're interested, what I can do, it's a Jansport Messenger Bag with a fold over thing, and it's got the zip on the side here. I don't know if that's something you're looking for specifically or not. I will look on Amazon to see if I find a bag like that. And if I do find one like this, rather, I'll just link to it in the comment section. Listen to me, in the description section below. So just check there. It'll be in the description section. It'll be the Amazon link if I can find that. So thanks for sending the tweet in. Now you're welcome to join us here in the chat room too. Okay. And let's see what else. Okay. So going back, where was I? Oh, going back to my Kindle. Oh, what I've been able to do with the Kindle. Now, I've actually had to have a couple of conversations with my professors so they don't think I'm just goofing off in class. Because believe it or not, a lot of the younger students will do that. They'll take out their phones and text and stuff. But we don't want to do that. So what I was able to do with the Kindle, and it's the coolest thing because I can run multiple apps at the same time. I can also open up my textbook. So let's just speak on history here. And so I was able to get my history textbook up in the digital format. So when the professor is speaking and he says, turn to page whatever, I can do that. And so it's really quick, really easy to go and scroll through here. I don't know if the computer's picking that up or not. Hello, computer. Yeah, you can kind of see some stuff here. So I'm able to go and just flip through, which is very helpful. But here's the thing, and this is part of what I love about the Kindle. while I'm doing that, I could be recording the class. Now I just go into my super recorder here and push the button, and then it opens. And so, hold it up. So there you go. So I can be recording the class. Here's some things I've recorded so far, but I can just go in and record it there while the class is in session and while I'm looking at my book. So I'm getting the double benefit of having my textbook right in front of me and being able to record it. But here's another thing I like about this, and that is all the other apps that I can get. I can open up Office, and I can be typing in with my stylus. So I can be taking notes, flip over, look at my book, and do all of this while I'm recording. The only thing is I have to be really, really careful, because if I jab the pen down, I make a bump sound in my recording. But to me, it's a small price to pay. So with this, what I have going on is I can take my notes, and I can, whoops, let me get a thing here. Hold on. Okay, I've got a message coming in from Facebook. Okay, thanks, Bev, for sending me the message. And okay, Bev is a non-traditional student, and she likes her tablet. Okay, she's recently gotten it. It's an iPad, she says, and she really likes it. She's telling me that it's spot on. So there you go. Don't just take my word for it, but you can take someone else's for it too. Okay. Let me see. It looks like my screen has frozen. I hope that doesn't mean it's frozen up there. Oh, I'm moving again. So I hope this is good news. Okay. All right. So I have just now totally forgotten where I was. Oops. Okay, guys, I do that sometimes. We all do it once in a while. It's partially for me, it's like the head injury thing. And I have totally no clue. Okay. Oh, were we talking about my Kindle? I hope we were talking. We'll assume I was talking about my Kindle. If not, somebody message me and get me back on track. Anyway, on my Kindle, I can open this up and I can take notes for my class. I've got the Handwrite app. So if I don't want to type everything in, I can just write it out. I can print it out later. Just click, send it directly to my printer. It works great. So I can take the notes while I'm recording the class and just flip over and check the pages in my textbook and highlight those sections in my book. The neat thing about this is I can have my books here. I stick my ID in my pocket and I walk into class with this, which is for me a lot easier than this. The only thing is not all of my books are in textbook, in e-textbook form. I still have to buy the paper ones, and there's just nothing I can do about that sometimes. And that's just the way life goes. But most of them, for the most part, history, philosophy handouts, my business photography class, all of that is right in here. What gets me is English, and I've had to buy the big, thick, heavy book for English. Everything else is right here. So I walk into class, I've got this, I've got my student ID, and I am set to go. So it's great. Another thing about being a non-traditional student is You may be a little slower. I am because of, like the head injury and stuff. But I went to the office for students with disabilities or disability services. They were able to steer me to where I could get some testing. So we actually found out that I had a couple of learning disabilities since I was a kid, but we didn't know back when I was a kid. But that opened me up for services, which have been very helpful. You may not need it as a non-traditional student, but I did want to toss that out. I'm actually going to be talking about that a little bit later, actually in another video. Just know for the meantime that, if you have some health issues or processing or whatever for any reason, go to your Students with Disabilities office, tell them, work out a plan. It helps so much. It's awesome. But a couple of things that I've noticed that are different other than the technology is that students are different. I'm having to work a lot more to connect with other students. And it doesn't have anything to do with being an older student, but it's just one of the changes that I just wanted to mention. And that is, kids are different. They're not networking. When I was in college before, one of the first things we did, and I think a lot of you can relate to this, first thing we did was we would go into the classroom and it was all about, what's your name? What's your phone number? And we would just start exchanging. Nothing formal and set up. It was just, we knew we had to do it to get through the class. So there was a lot of exchanging in phone numbers. We were able to form connections. Today, the students are not exchanging names and phone numbers or connecting at all. I don't see many study groups compared to what it was a quarter century ago when I first started going to class. So that's been a big adjustment for me. Instead of study notes, instead of study groups rather, there are places online. Like there's a site that I like called Quizlet.com. I was just introduced to that by one of the students in my history class. The notes, you can just type those in and it makes like little flashcards for you. And of course it's electronic. It's very helpful. Not only are you typing that in so you get the memory retention that comes from that benefit, but you're also able to go back later and flip through it from wherever you are, whether you're at home, whether you're on class. It stays on their website. So it's really easily accessed that way. That's been a huge help. So students are doing more of that now, and because it didn't exist a long time ago, back in the day. People are doing that more and really not at all connecting like they were. So check that out. The other thing is that's been helpful is YouTube. So yay for YouTube, right? You must like that medium because you're seeing this online now. And so YouTube is awesome. If you're having a problem in one of your classes, you can go to YouTube, type in whatever the class is, and you'll probably find that there's extra help available. It was pretty interesting. I was just digging through some, different class stuff, and there's actually some other colleges that have put some of the classes online. Maybe not exactly what I'm going through in my particular class, but enough to help me understand some things that I'm struggling with. So, that is a resource that's great that didn't exist. And of course, when you have resources, you still have the library and you still have the study hall. But here's a resource that you may not know about that we didn't have a long time ago. And that is, most colleges, I've been looking at several of them, and they all seem to have an office for non-traditional students. Now, sometimes it's just called non-traditional students. Sometimes it's called diversity. One college I looked at called it access. But there is a lot of colleges are offering that. So whatever college you pick out, check for it. At Pellissippi State, which is the community college I'm going to, it's through the diversities office, and they actually have this mixer for non-traditional students. I haven't been able to go to that yet because my crazy schedule, but apparently a lot of people do. And I was talking to another student who she really likes it. So, you know, check that out. And that's for the office with diversity at my college. But it goes by a couple of different names. What I would do is I would just give them a call at Student Life at your college and just ask, and they can direct you. So that's been a huge help as far as going back to school. So let's see. I feel like I'm missing something here. I don't know. Let me see. All of a sudden, the chat room went away. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I hope I didn't just knock myself offline. Did I do that? Did I knock myself offline? Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. I don't know what's up with the whole thing here. I'm sorry. It's a little crazy, but okay. So just bear with me here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So sorry about that, guys. Okay. The joys of live streaming. Okay. So we talked about the Kindle. We have talked about books. We've talked about the bag. We've talked about non-traditional students. Let's see, what else did I have on my list to talk about? I gotta pull up my list. Okay. Oh, something that you're gonna want to know about is you may not, I didn't have too many options when I was in school the first time as far as discounts, but I'm finding now that there are tons of places that offer discounts for students. And you may be a non-traditional student, but if they offer it, I've not had anybody that has turned me down or batted an eye when I've just worked over my school ID. It's been really pretty cool. I've gotten discounts on things from plays to admissions at different events, even lunch discounts. There's a couple of little, well, they're franchises, but they're available. And so with the school card, I've been able to get like discounts on lunch, or, you know, sometimes it's a free drink, sometimes it's 10% off, but hey, you know, it helps. And even better is the little things that they do for college students. I was walking through the student life area the other day, and they were giving out these mugs, well, or these tumblers. Now, this one's great. Oh, that was good. This one's great because it seals at the top. And so some of the classes that I have, I can actually take this in where I can't use a regular cup or use one that's got the spout that you pull. I sometimes can't use those because if I'm in an area with a computer, they will sometimes say something. Nobody said anything to me, but I've seen them say things to other students. I've not had anybody say anything about this. So I suspect that's probably why they were giving away for free on campus. Also, they're great advertising. So I just randomly came across that. So I thought that was pretty cool when I saw it there on campus. So yeah, the perks of that, the perks of getting into the plays, and there's even science centers have a discount often for students that even non-traditional students can tap into. Just share your, just tell them, show your ID and just give that to them and ask. If they say they've got a student discount, say, hey, I'm a student. And like I said, nobody has looked askance or turned me down or anything. It's been a really cool thing. So I've really liked that. Okay, let me check something on the chat room. And there we go. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of different things. We have discussed books. We have discussed perks. We have discussed carrying the books. We've discussed Kindle. We have discussed tips for studying, tips for connecting. My suggestion is just get everybody's email address that sits close to you and just kind of go from there. Connect that way. Go to your mixers if your school offers them. Go there and you can connect with other students. Certainly when you're in the cafeteria, you'll see other non-traditional students. So have a talk with them. All those things are out there. Now, another thing that I like about going to the community college is the extra help centers that they have. These things may be spread out so much at a large university that if they have the help centers, you may not be able to find them. At the community college, they have a testing center where you can set up and go and take tests. It's a very quiet environment. It's specialized. So you can ask your professors if you can take tests there. Now, if you've got a disability and you've gone through disability services, they can put together a plan. And so your professors, they don't have a leg to stand on. They can't refuse you to do that. So, but they have the testing center. The college, the community college, also has a tutoring center where if you've got anything that you need extra help on, you can check on the hours and go to the tutoring center. Why pay somebody $40 or $50 an hour to tutor you when you can go there for free? Great resource to have. And of course, you have the library, the media center, which are all great too. But I think that the testing room and the tutoring center are like the best kept secrets of community college. And at my community college, if you need a remedial class, like with me, 25 years since I've been in school, I do not remember any of the algebra that I took. And calculators were just beginning to be the thing. So guess what I didn't have when I was in high school? A flipping calculator. I could have those little 99-cent ones that you get at the store now. I had that. But the more powerful calculators were just starting to come out. So they were not existent. Now you have those. So it makes life a little easier. And that's just one of the technology things that's really pretty good for going to school now as opposed to then. But let's say you need a remedial class because things have changed or you've forgotten them. Community colleges offer that, and this one not only offers the remedial class, but they have a whole special area set up just for students who need the extra help getting up to the college classes, which has really been awesome. It's great. I would not have survived math without that for lots of reasons. So it's been a great tool. So are you thinking about going back to college as a non-traditional college student? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and let's network together. Now, I'm going to find out about the bag as I promised. I'm going to check Amazon and see if they've got one like this. If not, I'm sure they've got one that's similar by the same company, and so I'll link to that. But I'll let you know, and that'll be in the description box down below. So thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for the tweets. Thanks for the Facebook message there. And most of all, just thanks for watching. So you guys, will see you back Sunday night at 7 p.m. Let me know if you like this format, this kind of live kind of chat format. I know issues with tech, I can't help that. I'm still learning, so bear with me. But let me know what you think about this format down below, like I said, in the comment section. And thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you out. I'll see you about, and I'll see you online. So, bye. Bye.